Imagine this. A quiet evening in Dammam. You can almost smell the food cooking, hear the TV murmuring in the background. Just a typical family scene.
It's a recipe.
On the surface, yes. But for two young men living there, Yusuf and Musa, something was deeply wrong. They're in their early 20s, they feel loved, part of the family, but legally, they just don't exist.
Wow. No official identity at all.
None. For over 20 years, no birth certificates, no ID cards. Think about that. Unable to get a proper job, can't really function fully in society. It's more than just inconvenient. It's like a huge piece of them is missing.
A complete void.
Exactly. So they keep pushing their mother, Maryam, for answers. They have no idea they're about to unravel a secret kept for decades.
It's a kind of nightmare, isn't it? An awakening from that takes incredible strength. What's fascinating here, I think, is that fundamental human need for identity, for belonging.
And what happens when that foundation turns out to be a lie?
Catastrophe, but also resilience. The sheer drive to find the truth is powerful.
Okay, so let's go to 2019. The first real crack appears. Maryam, she's in her 60s now, goes to the Civil Affairs office in Dammam.
Right.
She's there for Yusuf and Musa, her sons, says they finally need ID cards, mentions some problems with their papers.
Just problems.
Yeah, but the civil servant, he picks up on something odd straight away. Yusuf is 20, Musa is 22.
And in Saudi Arabia, you get IDs from 15, don't you?
Precisely. Verifying birth certificates against the National Registry is standard, so why wait so long? It just doesn't make sense.
A huge red flag.
He asks for their birth certificates. Maryam gets flustered, says they were lost ages ago, blames it on her being old, not getting around to replacing them.
That sounds thin, because missing certificates for adults isn't just an advent issue. It means they've never been registered. Never.
Essentially invisible to the state.
Identityless, yeah. No legal existence, no services, no official work, no travel. Ghost citizens. Any official would see this as serious.
So Maryam feels the pressure, and her story starts to change.
The narrative shift.
Now she blames her second ex-husband, claims he refused to register the boys, said he doubted her conduct during their marriage.
So she's painting herself as the victim, the protective mother.
Protecting her sons from his refusal.
But the official isn't buying it. Too many holes. The story keeps changing.
Right. He insists, look, this isn't just lost paperwork. This needs to go to public prosecution. It's a legal matter now.
And Maryam's reaction.
She's clearly agitated, doesn't want any shashara, any trouble, any fuss, which of course
Only makes her look more suspicious. Her resistance tells him there's something bigger she's hiding.
So the case is officially escalated. Public prosecution takes over. They interview Maryam again. She sticks to the news story, the one about the difficult ex-husband.
Standard procedure. Interview her first.
Then they summon the ex-husband to get his side. And here's where it gets really interesting.
The moment of truth arrives.
His arrival just flips the whole thing on its head.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't corroborate her story at all. He completely denies it. Flat out tells them, under oath, he had 0 children with Maryam, let alone Yusuf and Musa.
Wow.
And he's prepared, has documents, says he'll take a DNA test right now to prove it.
So this isn't just a domestic spat anymore.
Not even close. It's something much, much darker.
DNA tests are ordered immediately.
Yeah.
Maryam, the ex-husband, Yusuf, Musa, everyone's swabbed. Then comes the wait. Just 2 days. But imagine what those 2 days felt like for Yusuf and Musa.
Excruciating. Their entire reality hanging in the balance.
The first results come back, and they confirm.
The ex-husband was telling the truth. He is not their biological father.
Okay, so that part in Maryam's story is completely debunked.
Which just deepens the mystery, right?
Yeah.
If he's not the father, and Maryam claims she's the mother, then who are they? It forces the next question.
And the next result. It's the earth-shattering one. The DNA also proves, definitively, Yusuf and Musa are not Maryam's biological children either.
Just devastating. Imagine hearing that. The woman you've called mother your entire life isn't.
20-plus years, your whole sense of self, your family, your history, gone, instantly. Psychologically, what does that even do to a person?
It's an identity implosion, a catastrophic level of trauma. You'd feel betrayed, lost, angry, confused, questioning everything. Who am I? Where do I belong? Can I trust anyone ever again?
Your mind must just reel.
Absolutely. Shock, denial. Trying to reconcile 2 impossible realities. It's an unimaginable upheaval.
Maryam, completely cornered now by the science, has to change her story again.
Of course she does. What's the new version?
Now, she claims she found them, as infants, abandoned near a mosque in Dammam, so she raised them out of pure charity.
Oh, the foundling story. Convenient.
And the reason they weren't registered, still the ex-husband's fault, apparently. He refused. And she didn't want to break the boys' hearts by telling them the truth.
Right. So finding two unrelated babies years apart near the same mosque, and the ex-husband is still the villain preventing registration. Police aren't buying that for a second.
No way. It screams pattern. It screams deception.
Exactly. This inconsistency, this elaborate tale. It signals something far more sinister is going on. This prompts the investigators to widen the net.
How so?
They decide to test Maryam's other children. She had 3 others, Manar, Muhammad, and Nayef. Let's see if the DNA matches them.
And guess what? Another twist. Manar and Muhammad. They are her biological children from her first husband, just like she said.
Okay, so some part of her story checks out. That makes it even stranger.
But then there's Nayef. Now, Nayef has official papers. He's registered under Maryam's third husband's name. But the DNA.
Yes. Not her biological son either.
Bingo. Nayef is also not biologically related to Maryam.
Okay, this is huge. This pattern dismantles everything. 3 young men she raised, Yusuf, Musa, and Nayef. None of them are biologically hers. And Nayef, even having papers under a husband's name, that suggests something highly calculated.
Not just finding abandoned kids.
No, this points towards orchestrated deception. This is the trigger. Police realize they need to pull all the old files, missing persons kidnappings, going back 20, maybe 25, 26 years. They're looking for a connection.
Okay, so now we need to step back. We're going 26 years into the past, into a series of events so chilling. They sound like fiction.
These are the original tragedies.
Isolated incidents back then. But now they start to connect. First stop, 1993, Khatefat Hospital.
Okay.
Picture a new mother, exhausted after childbirth, maybe drifting in and out of sleep. The room smells like hospital cleaner.
Vulnerable.
Very. A nurse comes in, calm, professional looking, says she needs to take the baby little Nayef for routine vaccinations. The mother, trusting, lets her.
Standard procedure, she thinks.
Hours pass. The mother starts to feel uneasy. Where's her baby? She asks the real nurses. They have no idea what she's talking about. Panic sets in.
Oh, no.
The horrific truth dawns. No nurse took Nayef for shots. The nurse and the baby vanished.
Gone. Just like that.
Police are called. The mother describes her Saudi accent, seemed to know the visiting hours, slipped in just before they started. But nothing. Case filed. Unknown perpetrator. Nayef is gone. Fast forward about 4 years. 1997. Dammam Hospital this time.
Pink City is Maryam's home now.
Yes. Another new mother wakes up, reaches for her newborn son, Yusuf. The crib is empty.
Not again.
But this time, there's something left behind, a handwritten note, right by the crib.
What did it say?
It promised the baby would be returned in 10 days.
Cold comfort.
Chilling? They preserve the note, clinging to that tiny hope, but Yusuf never comes back. The mother was asleep, she saw nothing. Then, maybe 2 years later, 1999, it happens again. Dammam Hospital.
The same hospital.
The same hospital. Another mother, groggy after delivery. Another nurse takes her baby, Musa this time, saying it's for a change in sterilization.
Exploiting that post-delivery vulnerability again.
This mother remembers one specific detail about the nurse, though. She was carrying a plastic bag. A very distinctive one, from a famous local supermarket.
An odd detail, but maybe crucial.
By now, fear is spreading like wildfire in the community. Hospital kidnappings, unsolved, terrifying. People are clutching their babies tight. But no one knows who's doing it or why.
And for years, these remained separate tragedies, unconnected nightmares. But now, with the DNA results back in 2019, suddenly
they form a pattern.
a terrifyingly clear pattern. The descriptions of the nurse, the locations, the method, it all starts pointing towards one person, operating calmly, methodically across different hospitals for years.
Investigators are now looking at Maryam with fresh eyes, comparing everything. The descriptions of the nurse, they match Maryam perfectly.
The physical descriptions align.
The handwritten note left for Yusuf's mother back in '97, handwriting experts analyze it against Maryam's known writing.
Yep.
A 100% match. It's her handwriting. Undeniable.
Wow. Forensic proof.
And remember that distinctive supermarket bag Mosa's mother mentioned?
The one the nurse was carrying.
They find bags exactly like it, same brand, same style, during a search of Maryam's house.
Putting all the pieces together.
Then comes perhaps the most powerful moment. They arrange for Yusuf's biological mother, the one who received the note, to see Maryam. Decades have passed.
22 years.
The mother looks at Maryam, and there's immediate recognition. Tears streaming, she points. That's her, that's the woman who took my son.
A face burned into her memory. The trauma never faded.
That identification, combined with the DNA, the handwriting, the bag, the evidence is overwhelming.
There's nowhere left for Maryam to hide. She has to confess.
She does. She admits it. She is the Dammam Kidnapper. She confesses to taking the babies, and she reveals she wasn't working alone.
An accomplice.
Yes. A woman named Sultana. This was an operation. And the motive. As horrifying as you might imagine, Maryam and Sultana weren't just taking babies, they were selling them.
Selling infants.
To wealthy families who couldn't conceive, a black market for babies. Yusuf, Musa, and Nayef. They were the ones who, for some reason, weren't sold.
So Maryam just kept them.
Raised them as her own. Built this incredibly elaborate lie around them to cover her tracks. And there was more. The investigation uncovered another layer to their crimes. Maryam and Sultana weren't just kidnappers.
What else?
They were involved in sorcery, witchcraft, fortune-telling. They had affluent clients coming to them, paying huge sums for these services.
So preying on desperation on multiple fronts, kidnapping and superstition. It paints a picture of calculated, long-term criminality.
Now think about the reunions. Nayef, Yusuf, Musa. Now adults in their 20s, after 22, 26 years, they meet their biological family.
It's the moment everyone hoped for, but the reality must be incredibly complex. It raises that important question again. How do you navigate that?
It can't just be instant joy.
Absolutely not. You're meeting strangers who are your parents, your siblings. You have a whole life, a whole identity built elsewhere. There's grief for the lost time, confusion about where you fit, different family cultures, maybe even dialects.
And the biological families, too, welcoming back a grown child they never knew.
Immense emotional challenges on both sides, adapting after decades apart under such traumatic circumstances. It's a lifelong process.
And remember how the sons always felt something was off?
That sense of being different.
Yeah, like a genetic whisper they couldn't ignore. Liking things Maryam's family didn't. Feeling connections to things they couldn't explain. That innate pull towards their real heritage, even when they didn't know what it was.
That deep-seated sense of identity trying to surface, perhaps.
So Maryam goes on trial in 2020. Given the evidence, the multiple kidnappings, the decades of deceit, she's found guilty and sentenced to death.
The expected outcome for such horrific crimes.
But then, something truly astonishing happens.
What?
Nayef, Yusuf, and Musa, the very men whose lives she stole, they appeal to the court.
They appeal. For her.
For leniency, they acknowledge the unspeakable things she did, but they also say, she did raise them. She cared for them, provided for them in her own twisted way. She was the only mother they knew.
That's incredibly complex. Forgiveness on a level that's hard to comprehend.
Their plea makes a difference. Because of their appeal, Maryam's death sentence is commuted to life imprisonment.
Wow. That adds another layer entirely. What ultimately stands out to you in this unbelievable story? For me, it's that relentless search for identity, that biological imperative almost, that drove this whole thing into the light.
Or maybe the strange, disturbing paradox of human connection. How even a bond forged through such a terrible crime could still hold some kind of complicated weight for the victims.
Or perhaps it's just the sheer power of truth. How, no matter how deep you bury it, no matter how many lies you build on top, it somehow eventually finds its way out. It forces us to look at the messy, contradictory nature of people and how our origins shape us no matter what.